This is a crossbow bolt, and this is a crossbow. In today's video, we're going to be assembling, loading, and shooting the cheapest crossbow on Amazon. I ordered this entire crossbow kit off of Amazon for about $150. This is what I got. Crossbow with 2 bolts. I've never held a crossbow, let alone fired one. I did grow up hunting archery, so I mean I have a basic understanding of bows. Oh, it's heavy. It's all metal. I thought that this was going to be plastic. Feels pretty solid. This thing has got a 150-pound bow, so it's not a toy. I'm somewhat dismayed at the lack of instructions. There are some picture graphs here. I guess we'll just go with that. I've got the pieces laid out. We've got a fiberglass bow section there. We have the foot cocking stirrup. We have a very heavy-duty string, the ends, and the plates to secure the bow to the chassis. The limb appears to be fiberglass, and it's secured to that aluminum chassis by a pinch bolt. So they seem to be concerned about that cracking. They supplied some heavy rubber pads to insulate the two materials. With the limbs mounted, we can install, I guess you call it the cocking stirrup. Seems to be the same both ways. Interesting thing that these screws, they provided USA-made high-quality screws, cap screws. Yeah, I mean, that's always the weak link with this overseas stuff, is their fasteners are trash. Not this one. The crossbow came with 2 sighting options. We've got the iron sights, which has windage and elevation. And we've got a set of scope rings with a 2 to 7 power scope with a specific, kind of a crossbow specific, is that how that comes off? Ring, reticle. And it's illuminated. We've got a battery in there. But first off, let's see how these rings work. I don't know about you guys, but these scope rings do not instill confidence. This stud right here is in conflict with, I'm not using it. This thing is trash. Not too keen on that. Swinging around, making a bunch of racket. That needs to be tied back. This next process, I've been told, is not only perilous, but potentially dangerous. And that's stringing a 150-pound crossbow. Now, it comes with a string, but what was recommended to me by everyone was get a stringer. It's a string that's a little bit longer. I had to watch a YouTube video to learn how to do this, but I found a guy in the UK that explained it. Okay, we've got our stringer and our string. Our stringer's longer, right? Reason being, if we try to put our string on, you can see here on the end of these limbs, if we go across, it's not going to reach, right? Obviously, it's not going to reach because it's not pulled back. Now this one's longer. It's going to assist us. Oh goodness, that's a lot of weight. So it went back and latched, but it didn't hold. Do I need to have the safety on? Oh, it's perilous. The crossbow bolt is a little bit different than an arrow in that it doesn't have a nock at the end. It's got that little aluminum deal. It's got the same fletching and then a field tip, so we can put a broadhead on here and hunt with it. And I don't have it cocked, so we'll kind of simulate here, but it seems to me that the red fletch there is going to go down there into that groove. So now I understand what the spring is for. So this will fit back there, and this prevents the arrow from coming loose. You seat it all the way back, and that groove rests right on that string. I've heard it said there's only 2 things in life that you can truly count on, and that's death and taxes. Well, I'm going to add a third. You can count on the fact that I won't be standing in front of this thing ever. The fire controls are very simple and straightforward. It appears when you pull the string back, and it cocks, it goes into the safe position, and then we simply need to move this forward to be ready to fire. It was awfully nice of them to provide us with a crossbow target. In all honesty, I'm not all that keen to fire this thing. All right, no more messing around. Let's do it. We're going to shoot into that target, which is on a 1/2-inch piece of plywood. I don't have any idea what to expect. I have no experience with these things, but I've never shot a 150-pound bow. I can tell you that. Wow. That is powerful. Take a look at that. That's 1/2-inch plywood. I think, did it go all the way through the steel siding? Let's take it out and go see. It sure enough did. Look at that. Poked right through that. And that's thick siding. That's not this thin pole barn stuff. That's a commercial steel building siding. Let's not put any more holes in the siding. Put our old wicker target up. I am shocked. This is a frightful weapon. I kid you not. I mean, just not being, I've never been around one before. It is powerful. It is accurate. It is, wow. I had no idea. And this is the cheapest one on Amazon. This is just a cheapo Chinese one. What must a properly made one be like? My goodness. I shot 4 bolts total. The first one you saw went through the siding. These 3, and only reason I didn't get closer on this one because I got nervous because the first 2 shots were so good. I mean, they're actually touching fletches. That's amazing. If to my friends or our friends over in the UK and to the countries that have allowed tyrants to take away your right to defend yourself, if it's legal for you to have one of these, you need to figure out a way to get one, because I'll tell you what, I wouldn't rush one. And let me show you a couple options that will make it even more scary. Not only did the kit come with field tips, it came with 3 4-bladed broadheads. My goodness, well, we used to use, I remember the broadheads I used to use back in the days hunting. They were a 5-bladed Razorback 5s. Came in a little orange plastic case, and they were expensive and very effective. We used to argue or talk back and forth, what would you rather be shot by, a bullet or a broadhead? And we all agreed that it would much rather be a bullet than the broadhead. The broadhead has a hardened tip that breaks bone. Some of them are even chiseled, and then razor blades. And the more the animal moves, the more damage that it does. If you ever get shot with one, you're best just to sit still. I don't know what you'd do. You'd probably just get prepared to die. Well, friends, I have to say that I'm a little bit surprised. I guess I'm a little surprised by the ferocity of the thing and the accuracy, and just really overall the general build of it. It's a 1-piece cast aluminum. I mean, pretty much everything apart from the stock is metal on it. It's not terrible by any means. Accurate, not difficult to load after you do it a couple times. But goodness, what a capability to have. To be able to hunt silently if you needed to have as a home defense for places that don't have lost their right to have firearms. Man, I'm going to look into getting one, maybe a little bit nicer one, and a couple extra strings just to put away for who knows what. But man, what a fun thing. I am totally shocked. This is no joke whatsoever. Just having it loaded in my shop gave me the willies, and I've had a lot of different things loaded around here, and nothing like this. Maybe because I just don't understand it. We're afraid of things we don't understand. So, all right, familiarity will come with use. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.
Your heart is dark, is a hemlock grove where the sun never shines and nothing grows, black as each feather in a murder of crows. Your heart is dark as a hemlock grove.